Well, it's been kind of a good news, bad news kind of morning, hasn't it? By now, most of you have probably heard that there's been 8 Democrats that have broken ranks and decided to just give up this leverage that we had. But even in there, I think we can find some good news, like the House has to come back into session, which means that we finally get that last congressperson sworn in so that they can vote for the Epstein files to be released. And when those files get released, Trump is going to lose a whole lot of support from what I understand, that it's supposedly way worse than we even thought that it could be. There's going to be some Republicans that definitely do not want to sign off on that or be attached to it in any way. So when those ACA subsidies do come up for a vote next month, I'm sure very few of them are going to want to be on record as saying, no, I don't want to help out the people. Especially since Trump is probably going to be very verbal about how they need to be voting against those subsidies. We need for him to get toxic enough that nobody wants to have anything to do with him, even in his own party. In other good news, Jabba the Hutt was defeated yet again. The Supreme Court decided not to take Kim Davis's case, which would possibly strike down gay marriage in this country. Could you imagine how unpopular this Supreme Court would become overnight if they struck down gay marriage? Back to the bad news. Trump decided to pardon a bunch of people, including Nosferatu here. Basically, anybody who was tied to Trump's 2020 election scandal has been pardoned now. And I realize that's kind of upsetting, so I'm going to show you something kind of funny now. Do you notice the wording right behind bullshit Barbie here? That's just a little too ironic, is it not? In other news, we had a huge cold front come through last night, and I do not consent to this. This looks like if MAGA was a storm front. But try not to be too down. We're going to have our wins. We're going to have our losses. Probably a lot more losses until we're able to flip Congress, unfortunately. But at least we're less than a year away from the primaries now, and we can vote in the most progressive candidates to vote for in the next election. But once the government opens back up, we can stop focusing so much on SNAP benefits and start focusing more on the candidates. At least that's what I'm going to try to do because the negativity has been overwhelming lately. Anyway, I'm about to go out and look at my decimated garden because of this shit. So far, all I've seen is what I can see from my bedroom window, and it doesn't look good so far, but I guess I'll go make a video on that.